We're going to begin by sketching out our butterfly on our tan or gray toned paper lightly with a pencil. Then we're going to use a black and a white colored pencil to build up our darker values and our lighter values. You want to use very short strokes and very light pressure, and you want to leave the color of your paper as your middle value. We don't want to mix the black and the white colored pencil because it'll make a gray muddy color. So I'm layering with a super sharp point and really taking my time, being really careful not to blend the black and the white together. So if you have a darker value next to a lighter value, you want to place your darker value next to it. You don't want to blend them together. So I'm keeping my point super sharp, and I'm building up those darker values by layering the black colored pencil and building up the lighter values by layering the white colored pencil. So you can use any reference image for this drawing, but you want to make sure you have a lot of contrast in your reference. You can also find the reference images along with a rubric, a handout, video demonstrations, and slideshow on my website, Inside Out Art Teacher, or in my Teacher Pay Teacher shop. So continuing with the butterfly, we are not outlining. You can see the butterfly has some liney looking patterns in its wings, but we're really looking at these darker values as shapes and making sure that we are following the reference image and getting the correct values. So for your background, a background really goes a long way. You really don't need much to make your image kind of stand out, but it does take a little bit of patience. So you don't need to get the background to match what you see in the reference photo exactly, but you want to make it look like there's a little bit of light reflecting and like there's a little bit of atmosphere and a little bit of shadow in your background. So it takes a little bit of patience, but you want to build up a little bit of value that fades very softly into the tone of the paper. So use your gut here and see like what feels balanced, but you always want to start on the lighter side. If you go too dark, remember it's really hard to erase, but if you start really light, you can always add more layers. So with the background, it's a lot of space to kind of cover. So in the beginning, your shading might look a little liney, but just remember with lots and lots of layers, even with super light pressure, you can really smooth out that graininess and kind of relax into the process and get some really awesome effects. But the trick to the background is a little bit of patience and just a little bit of value. And that's it. Have fun with this project and enjoy the process.